Set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one caught by Isabella. And some room to roam now. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Looking to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
On 1st down, Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Chase Claypool, 36 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. The extra point hits the left upright, but goes through anyway. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And Anderson's got it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. And the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On now is the Packers punter. Back deep to return is Lynn Bowden. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run. Here's Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 41, Lance. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On the give, this is Harris. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, Francois. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. To throw. Airing it out for Hamilton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run with Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 38, Lance. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for the Dolphins. It's a great throw right there. And really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. An option handoff given to Harris. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ready. Let's go now.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
I got you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hatchet.
Tough assignment here. 3rd and goal from the 12. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They'll run on 1st down. Francois. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Second and 9 now. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Man open is Robinson. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The Lance going to throw. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
From midfield, here's Lance.
Under pressure, they got him again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Eight yards to go on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
Now a first down carry for Harris. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
To throw, it's Lance.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
You're going to make everything happen.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Allen Robinson, 39 yards. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They run the counter. Harris. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Harris. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Najee Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Lance now to throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hamilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Francois, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check in. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Shift, shift. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check the backer, check the backer. Check 3, check 3.
Here's Lance. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Carson Adebo.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
We got 4. 24 is the mic. Watch the slant. Check 31. Check 31. 36. 36.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Isabella.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get